So today is Advaita Saptami, which is appearance or avidbhav of Advaita Acharya. So every year we get two tithis. One is appearance, avirbhav, and there is disappearance, which is called tirobhav. Every year we get this for all the acharyas, and we celebrate. Every year we hear sometimes the same pastimes. Okay? Sometimes we expect some new pastime will come for us to hear. Sripad Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, it's a nice shloka that he quotes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shruyatam Shruyatam Nityam. Heard about this shloka? Okay. Shruyatam Shruyatam Nityam. Giyatam Giyatam Uda. Chintyatam Chintyatam Bhaktas. Chaitanya Charitamritam. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that one should happily, very happily keep hearing about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. This comes in the Antya Leela. By hearing these pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, one gets a benefit that's unimaginable. He mentions that Lord Ram's pastimes are very wonderful. Nice. Lord Krishna's pastimes are more wonderful, but Lord Chaitanya's pastimes are most wonderful. Because if you see, analyze, Lord Ram, he made the monkeys dance to whatever he is saying. Right? And Lord Krishna, he actually did something unimaginable. Of course, he orchestrated the great Mahabharata war, killed so many demons, did all these things. But Lord Chaitanya did not appear to make all these different things, but he changed the hearts of jivas, which Lord Ram did not do, Lord Krishna also did not do. That is why the Gaudiya Acharyas always talk about Lord Chaitanya as Namo Mahavadanyaya. This kind of incarnation has never come. Because Lord Chaitanya transformed the hearts of the jivas, those who are inimical. Lord Krishna destroyed. Ravana was not a devotee. Ravana was a demon, so Ram destroyed. Right? He tried to change him. If he didn't change, destroyed. What did Lord Krishna do? Pandavas and Kauravas destroyed. But Lord Chaitanya did not destroy anybody. Even the atheistic people, those who are not interested in the understanding Krishna consciousness, even them he delivered. How? By propagating Krishna consciousness. So this Krishna prema, what he gave, is not given by anybody else. No other. That is why Lord Chaitanya is most wonderful incarnation of the Lord. Now in Kali Yuga, which is his present age, without doing any endeavor, all of us get contaminated very easily. In the association of devotees, it's mentioned, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami mentions that if you are in the association of devotees, the lust, anger, greed, they don't attack. They can't because of the combined faith of all the devotees. But if you go alone and sit, immediately lust will attack us. Very difficult to overcome this. So Sripad Krishna says that if we keep hearing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes again and again, more and more, till that your heart is always filled with Lord Chaitanya's thoughts. Lord Chaitanya is personally clear the contamination from our heart. Otherwise on our own, it's very difficult to actually overcome this contamination. And when you keep hearing this, automatically you will also speak about Lord Chaitanya and his pastimes. Now today being Advaita Prabhus, many a times devotees don't want to hear Katha. Many devotees don't want to hear Katha. They prefer to go for the Arati and then Prasad. In fact, today's Prasadam is Advaita Acharya's appearance day Prasadam. It is mentioned that if somebody simply remembers Advaita Acharya and take the remnants, they get Govinda Bhakti, Govinda Prem. Haribol. So it's only Jayapatak Maharaj in the morning class mentioned that if somebody simply on this sthiti takes Advaita Acharya's remnants, they get Govinda Prem. Amazing. Very difficult for people to understand. But most of us, many of us don't want to hear Katha. We directly want to go for the Arati, because after Arati, Prasadam is there. We at least cut down on the Katha part of it. So Arati means, Rati means attraction. Arati means attraction or attachment to the deities. Someone who has developed a kind of attachment, deep attachment to the deities is really actually attending Arati. Arati. Now, unless you hear about the deities and Krishna's pastimes properly, you will not get the attachment. We will sing the kirtan, but we don't have so much. You can't sit in front of Jagannath for long. After some time, you say, I want to go and do something else. Right? That attachment is not there. So one has to build that attachment. How? By hearing about Krishna. Krishna's pastimes are difficult to understand. They try to understand, but unfortunately they cannot understand. Why they cannot understand? Because they are not heard sufficiently. It's mentioned, philosophy without pastimes is very dry. But pastimes alone without philosophy is not good enough. It's good. Pastimes is, how many of you like pastimes? We all like. But philosophy means we'll say, okay, little is okay. Full class of philosophy is difficult to digest. You'll feel sleepy. But pastimes without philosophy is not good enough to purify us. For example, if Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, why does he steal butter? Why does he dance with so many gopis. They don't understand all these things. If you don't understand who Krishna is properly. That is why one has to understand the philosophical aspect of it. Similarly, hearing about Advaita Acharya's pastimes without knowing who Advaita Acharya is, not so good. So we have to first understand who Advaita Acharya is. Of course, Advaita Acharya is a very, very important personality from Gaudiya Vaishnava perspective, because you all know, heard about that he was the one who brought Lord Chaitanya here. But before that, we should actually chant a shloka. We all should actually chant this shloka, because if you want to understand who Advaita Acharya is, you should chant this shloka. Many of you know this, but please repeat after me. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktasyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktasyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktasyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So it's mentioned that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, appeared here in 5 forms. He expanded and became 5. Now when we actually come to this Krishna consciousness, we always mention that God has a form. We agree, correct? We all say, okay, impersonalism is not the goal of life. There is a personal form of God, we worship the personal form. And they will say, okay, personality comes, then we say Vishnu or Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So all the demigods are all there, but they are not gods, they are demigods. Say fine. Then we have Rama, Narasimha, Vamana, Krishna, Vishnu, all these personalities are all same. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tistan Nanavataram Akrod Bhuvanesh. That is, Krishna has many forms. Is Hindi or Kannada translation happening there? Somebody wants Kannada? Down, okay. So we say this Lord Rama is same, Narasimha is same, Vamana is same, you can worship anybody, but still Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Say, okay, so many forms are there, okay, you are telling Krishna is the Supreme Lord, okay, I'll accept it. Then we go a little deeper and say, even in Krishna, there is Dwarka Krishna, there is Vrindavan Krishna, right, and there is Mathura Krishna. Then say, wow. So that means even in Krishna's mood, they are different. Then we come to the say, okay, accepted. Then we go a little deeper. Vrindavan Krishna is far more demonstrative, or he accepts more relations than Mathura or Dwaraka Krishna. So okay, you are coming to a higher level, fine. Then we bring in the concept of rasas, that is, there is Dasya Rasa, there is Sakhya Rasa, there is Vatsalya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa, all this, right? Then in that, Radha and Krishna are actually the ultimate. In all these things, the Radha and Krishna's position is actually ultimate. Then Krishna with Srimati Radharani is complete. Krishna with Rukmini is not complete fully. Krishna with Srimati Radharani is the ultimate. Complete form of Krishna is exhibited only with Srimati Radharani is next to him. Then of course the Vrajavasis go a little deeper, saying that although Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead, Srimati Radharani is actually more supreme. Because without Shakti, Shaktiman can't do anything. When you are sick, if you are not well, you don't have energy, then you don't do anything, you can't do any activity. So if you want to do some activity, that means you have Shakti. That Shakti is Srimati Radharani for Krishna. Right? So we say, wow, from Krishna you went to Radharani. Okay, we will not go there. Now that same Krishna and Radharani united again and became Lord Chaitanya. Interesting. Okay, Radha and Krishna are supreme, then Lord Chaitanya became one. They became one as Lord Chaitanya. Now Lord Chaitanya is supreme. Very nice. Now that Lord Chaitanya expanded into 5. You see, it's going up. The ultimate again comes to 5 forms. This is that Panchatatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupam. What are the 5 forms? Why did Lord Chaitanya create 5 forms then? Because Lord wanted to actually propagate the Krishna consciousness, distribute the Krishna Prema. And for distributing Krishna Prema, he wanted some help. So he expanded into 5 forms. All these 5 personalities are expansions of Krishna. They are all Krishna himself. Who are they? That is Bhakta Rupa. Who is Bhakta Rupa? Chaitanya Prabhu? Lord Chaitanya? The one who is come in the form of a devotee. Krishna himself, same Swarupa, but in the form of devotee. Bhakta Rupa, Swarupa. Swarupa means what? Incarnation or expansion, like that. Same Rupa, expansion. That is Lord Nityananda. Right? Second. Third is Bhakta Avataram. Incarnation. Bhakta Avataram is Advaita Acharya. So Krishna himself, but in the form of an incarnation. He is Sri Advaita Acharya. And Bhaktyaksham. Bhaktyaksham means someone who is in the name of a devotee, who is a devotee of Krishna. This is Bhakta Rupa. Krishna in the form of a Bhakta, and there is Srivas Pandit, who is also enacting as a devotee. They both are different. One is Krishna himself, another is devotee of Krishna. That is Srivas Pandit. And then finally there is Bhakta Shakti, energy, Radharani, that is Gadadhar Pandit. So Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas. 5. Adi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Now, from Lord Chaitanya, the right side are all Krishna's expansions, incarnations. They are all Krishna. On the left side, they are the energies of the Lord. One is Gadadhar Pandit, Srimati Radharani. The other is Srivas. Srivas Thakur, who is actually Tatastha Sakti, that is Jiva, Narada Muni. Getting it? These are the 5 Panchatattva. So without Panchatattva's mercy, one cannot actually make progress in spiritual life. That's why Prabhupada used to say that whenever you are chanting Hare Krishna, in the earlier days of ISKCON, when you are chanting the mantras, the Hare Krishna mantra, they would just chant the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Later on in 1972 or 73, one of these years, Prabhupada actually wrote in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that one should chant the Panchatattva mantra, that is Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas, Adi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, and then chant the Hare Krishna mantra, because those who are very, very sinful, they cannot get faith in Hare Krishna mantra. They may be Vaishnavas, but still, without Lord Chaitanya's mercy, without Lord Chaitanya's blessings, one cannot get the faith to chant Hare Krishna. There are so many examples given that the Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna being the Supreme Person of Godhead, all the other incarnations of Krishna are there in Krishna. Right? Similarly, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra has all the other mantras. But still, people actually have lesser faith. They chant the Vishnu Sahasranama. Right? Different shlokas they chant. It's not necessary. You can chant Hare Krishna all the time. That is sufficient, because it has all the other mantras within it. Now, to get that faith, it's not easy. One has to approach the Panchatattva. In the Panchatattva also, we can understand here that the whole devotional movement was actually started by Advaita Acharya, the Krishna conscious movement, because Advaita Acharya appeared in the land of Silhet, Bangladesh. Right? That time Bangladesh was all called Radhadesh. You all know what Radhadesh is? It is not Radhadesh, it is Radhadesh, meaning the place where Ganges does not flow. Wherever Ganges don't go, it's called Radhadesh. And that place is where many great devotees actually have appeared there. And Advaita Acharya also appeared there. Advaita Acharya, it's mentioned that is partially Sadashiva and partially Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva, both of them, Lord Sadashiva, both together is Advaita Acharya. Advaita means non-different, that means he is non-different from Vishnu. Acharya means Lord Shiva, that means he is showing the path to everyone how to surrender to Vishnu. When he appeared here, the whole Navadvip and that place were all full of learned people, but no Vaishnavas. They were simply always using all the money for, they would actually spend so much money for their own son or daughter's marriage, but would never use money for glorifying Krishna or the Supreme Lord. So it was so materialistic. And Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur was also there. Both of them used to try whatever means. He used to actually teach the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavatam. He tried everything. People would not change. They would hear the Katha but not change. So Advaita Acharya was so confused and he was feeling that Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva, they could not do anything. Kali Yuga souls are so fallen. They would come and argue with them. Whatever you are telling, where is the proof that this is the Supreme? Not possible. Bhagavad Gita may be interpreted, Bhagavatam may be interpreted. All those things that we face today, they're also at the same problem. So Advaita Acharya was actually contemplating what to do. How do I actually deliver these people? So at that point in time, he actually came across this Gautami Tantra. In the Gautami Tantra, it is mentioned that if anybody for that matter, with faith, offers tulsi, fresh tulsi leaves and Ganga water to Shaligram and cry asking for something, 100% Krishna will fulfill it. So what did Advaita Acharya do? He decided, I am going to try last time because Maya is so powerful. Lord Shiva is the controller of Maya, right? And Vishnu also, Mahavishnu himself, is the controller of Mahamaya basically. If you see, Devi Yesha Gunamaya Mama Maya Durataya. No one can overcome Maya's power. But Mahavishnu himself could not change the living entities. They were so fallen. They were so determined that I don't want to surrender to Krishna. So he decided one last time, otherwise I am going to invoke my Sudarshana and destroy the whole creation. I am the one who created all these living entities. You remember actually in the Bhagavatam it is mentioned that when Mahavishnu glances on Prakriti, that is material nature, he infuses them with living entities. All of us are coming from Mahavishnu actually. We are Tatasya Sakti, we are Vibhinamsha avatar. We are actually Krishna's avatar, but we are not the Swaamsha, that is, we are not expansion or we are not Krishna's, but we are Vibhinamsha, separated part and parcels of Krishna. So Mahavishnu says, I am the one who created and these people are not listening to me only. This is very unfortunate. So he said, I am going to actually try one last time. I will call that Supreme Lord himself to come and then change that. So he started offering, crying. Every day he used to offer Ganga Jal and Tulsi leaves to Shaligram and started crying, please come, you have to come. And he used to loudly cry, not like, he used to loudly cry in his home like, please my Lord, if you don't come, I can't do anything, you have to come. And everyone knew, the Vaishnavas knew that he is actually calling like this. And Advaita Acharya, there are so many special information about Advaita Acharya that he had a house in Shantipur and also in Navadvip, right? He had two consorts, that is Sri Devi and Sita Devi, and both of these actually are incarnation of Yogamaya, because obviously Lord Shiva and Vishnu are combined together to form Advaita Acharya. So interestingly, Lord Shiva, he actually had, who is the closest friend of Lord Shiva? Do you know? Lord Shiva's very closest friend as per the Shastra is Kubera. You know, the treasurer of Devatas, Kubera? The Kubera happens to be the closest friend of Lord Shiva. And one time, Kubera pleased Lord Shiva so much, Lord Shiva was very happy, saying that, I want to serve you somewhere. So, I will come as your son. And that is how it's mentioned that in Bangladesh, Kuber Pandit is actually Advaita Acharya's father. That Kuber came as Kuber Pandit, and Advaita Acharya became his son. And when he appeared, it's mentioned in the Chaitanya Mangalam that when he appeared, the first word he said was Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And interestingly, no one knew who Sri Krishna Chaitanya is, because Advaita Acharya lived 60 years, or he is 60 years older than Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, when he appeared, Advaita Acharya was already 60 years old. Right? We can understand that, you can see he is a little older than Lord Chaitanya. But because of his crying constantly, again and again, Lord Chaitanya appeared. Right? So it is mentioned in the Shastras, especially Kaviraj Goswami mentions, if you have to pray for somebody else, that person become your devotee, Advaita Acharya is the one who actually can bless us. He can bless if somebody, you feel that somebody in your family is not becoming a devotee and you want them to become devotees. When you are preaching, they are not becoming devotees. Right? You want them to become devotees. So please to pray to Advaita Acharya, because Advaita Acharya prayed so much, that's how Lord Chaitanya came. And again, when he came here, he had so many pastimes, not everything is recorded, but he tried whatever, and Lord Chaitanya already appeared. Only after 20 years he meets Lord Chaitanya, not in the beginning. Although when Advaita Acharya lived in Navadvip, he used to give Bhagavatam, and for that Bhagavatam class Haridas Thakur used to come, and Lord Chaitanya's elder brother Vishwarup used to attend, and he was very attractive, he would not speak, and Lord Chaitanya was the younger brother, and he would come there to call his brother, come back, mom is calling for us to have lunch, you are spending too much time with these Babajis, please come back, otherwise you will also become a sannyasi. And Advaita Acharya used to look at this boy and he used to get very attracted. Someday this person is going to do something. He didn't know that is Lord Chaitanya at that time, because Lord Chaitanya did not reveal who he is. He continued to be like that, but later on we understand that when Lord Chaitanya did the Mahapatashleela, he actually called everyone, and that's how Advaita Acharya came and met him. But nevertheless, we can understand that Advaita Acharya's original name was called Kamalakanta. There are many names. Lord Chaitanya somehow used to address him as Nada. He used to call him Nada. I don't know what the meaning of Nada is. Maybe Bengali will know. He used to call him Nada, and only Advaita Acharya knew. When Lord Chaitanya used to call him as Nada, only Advaita Acharya knew that he is calling me. Right? So it's a very interesting nickname that Lord Chaitanya had for many of the devotees. And Advaita Acharya's name was called Nada. And being that when Advaita Acharya gave these pravachans about Bhagavatam, Haridas Thakur used to enjoy this, but not everyone could really appreciate it. And later on, we see that Vishwarup actually took sannyas and left. And Sachi Mata became very angry. Because of this person giving Bhagavatam class, my son became a sannyasi. Right? He shouldn't have. And he told Lord Chaitanya, you don't go there at all. And Lord Chaitanya would say, no, I will never go there. I will be with you and the mom. Let them all go, I will be with you. So that's how Lord Chaitanya created the kind of affection for Mother Sachi. But this, although not intentional, was considered by Lord Chaitanya as an offense against Advaita Acharya. So when Sachi Mata just thought like this, like that person actually converted my son to become a sannyasi, Lord Chaitanya took that as a Vaishnava Aparadha. And later on you will find in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned that Sachi Mata, although is actually Yashoda, who is Krishna's mother, she did not get Krishna Prem. She had affection for Krishna, but she could not cry for Krishna. She actually was crying more like, my son is going not Krishna Prem level. And Lord Chaitanya, when all the devotees actually came and asked Lord Chaitanya, why is it like this? Why are you not actually giving Sachi Mata Krishna Prema? And Lord Chaitanya said, because she has committed a Vaishnava aparadha. How can she commit a Vaishnava aparadha? She is actually the mother of all the living entities. Basically, Krishna's mother is our mother too. How can she commit aparadha? And because Lord Chaitanya said, because she taught like this, I can't. Advaita Acharya has to forgive her. Only then she can get Krishna Prema. So we have to be very careful not to commit any Vaishnava aparadha. We don't know who is a Vaishnava. Those who put a tilak, kantimala are Vaishnavas, maybe Vaishnavas, but we should be very careful not to commit any Vaishnava aparadha, because if you commit Vaishnava aparadha, it's very, very risky for us to get the highest goal of life. Of course, later on, Advaita Acharya came to Shantipur, and then that point in time when Lord Chaitanya was also there, and Lord Chaitanya had a big festival. All of them are sitting and then hearing Krishna Katha. The Kirtan was going on, and that time they called Advaita Acharya, and Shachimata was also there, and Advaita Acharya came, and the devotees told Advaita Acharya, you have to forgive Shachimata. Advaita Acharya was shocked because Advaita Acharya is very senior, right? And he would actually accept Lord Chaitanya as the Supreme Lord, and his mother obviously is very exalted. He couldn't think that I have to forgive her. He said, no, I can't forgive her, or I am not qualified to forgive her. Right? And the point in time, because of ecstasy, he fainted, and Lord Chaitanya told Shachimata, please take the dust from his lotus feet. If you touch that lotus feet dust and put it on your head, offenses nullified. And she did that, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Krishna Prem to her. So that's an episode given, even if it is Krishna's mother, that is Shachimata, if she commits a Vaishnava aparadha, no hope. So one has to be very careful not to commit Vaishnava aparadha, we will get careful. Anyways, so there are so many pastimes like this. We will continue till 12:30 till the prasadam, the Bhoga offering is done. Maybe because I was reading the purport of Bhagavatam, the early first canto, second chapter, it mentioned, Prabhupada mentions that the main qualification for a devotee to go back to Godhead is his or her eagerness to hear about Krishna Katha. The more we hear about Krishna Katha, that eagerness is the main qualification to go back to Godhead. But unfortunately, sometimes we can't. We have the temple hall and the lecture hall same, right? Such a situation is difficult. Maybe in the future we'll have a separate place for the lecture. We can have more katha, right? Now Lord Chaitanya considered Advaita Acharya as his spiritual master, very old, right? But Lord Chaitanya, when he was considering that Advaita Acharya is an elderly personality, so he is my spiritual master, Advaita Acharya did not like it. Advaita Acharya used to always think that Lord Chaitanya is my master. How can he actually always give me respect so much? So Lord Chaitanya used to bow down before Advaita Acharya, and Advaita Acharya did not like this. So he enacted a drama. What did he do? Lord Chaitanya was in Navadvip, and Advaita Acharya went to Shantipur, and in that place he started propagating jnana, that the impersonal realization of the Supreme Jnana Yoga. Jnana is actually the ultimate. Philosophical speculation is ultimate. Bhakti is inferior to that. And this information he was doing purposefully. He was telling Bhakti is okay, it's very sentimental, but Jnana, understand the knowledge behind what you are doing, that is more important. And this information went to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya was very angry. He said, how dare he do this? This is not fair what he is doing. So he became so angry, and he came all the way to Shantipur just to chastise Advaita Acharya. He came and he asked Advaita Acharya, tell me, O Acharya, Jnana is, what is highest, Jnana or Bhakti? So Advaita Acharya told Mahaprabhu that Jnana, philosophical speculation, is best, the topmost. And he continued saying that Bhakti is good, but Bhakti is very sentimental if you don't understand why you are doing Bhakti. You need to actually have knowledge about that. So Jnana is better than Bhakti. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became furious. He became so angry. He caught hold of his hand pulled him down to the courtyard. He was sitting on a chair. He pulled him down and started beating him. Started hitting him. How dare you do this? This is not fair. You cannot do this. I was peacefully sitting in Goloka Vrindavan. You called loudly, my lord, you come. You actually offered Ganga Jal and Tulsi leaves and said, please come, my lord, please come, my lord. You cried so much time. Because you cried, I came here, and now you are coming and telling me Jnana is better than Bhakti. I am not going to leave. He started beating, and Haridas Thakur was also there, and he got scared. Very old person, Mahaprabhu is young. So if he actually is beating like this, what if he leaves? So he was saying Krishna, 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 Krishna. He was actually chanting. And Nityananda was smiling. Oh, these people are transcendental anyways. Nothing will happen. So they both were washing like that, and Lord Chaitanya was leading, and then Sita Devi, who is Advaita Acharya's consort, she came there. And when she came, she looked at Lord Chaitanya and said, Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, please stop him because he may actually lose his life. She knew that actually it's actually a drama like that. But please stop this, don't do this. If you continue doing this, he may actually leave his body. Then Mahaprabhu stopped and then started telling this entire thing, saying that because he called me, he started the whole bhakti, he started the Krishna consciousness, and he called me, and after he called me, he is telling me this, and I'm not actually happy at all. And Advaita Acharya got up from his wherever he was and started clapping. He said, thank you, my lord. I have been waiting that you will chastise me like this. You calling me as master, I feel very down. I get hurt that you are my master and you are always calling me the master. I can't actually accept this. So please, I was praying to my Shaligram that someday Lord Chaitanya should chastise me, and this is what has happened. And Lord Chaitanya, when he came to know about it, of course he is the Supreme Lord, he knows everything. Still he enacts as if he doesn't know. And he felt very ashamed. Why did he ever do this? So now I have chastised him and he is feeling very happy. But then he became very, I would say, excited, saying that Advaita Acharya and me are non-different. And if somebody actually, even if they commit so much of aparadh against me as Krishna, they have committed Vaishnava aparadh in every aparadh. If they surrender to Advaita Acharya, and if Advaita Acharya blesses them, they will get my mercy also. They will get Krishna Prema from me. So, Haribol. So this is an amazing thing, that is Advaita Acharya, although we don't see him so, we always think Gauranga, Advaita Acharya, we don't actually really worship, but because of him, that is Lord Shiva and Vishnu together, Mahavishnu together, they brought Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to this world. And when they brought Lord Chaitanya here, we can see how the Panchatattva together have done this extraordinary amount of transformation in the hearts of the devotees. And Prabhupada mentions in many purports that those who are agnostics means atheists, agnostics, skeptics, all these Westerners, they have so many different categories, right? Skeptics means they don't trust anybody, they don't have faith on anything. Such kind of people, even them, where they actually look at Lord Chaitanya and take shelter of the Panchatattva, they get the blessings, they get all the mercy what is required to progress towards the Supreme. Now, Prabhupada in Mayapur, when the devotees used to come and tell him that I have this problem, I have that problem, he would simply tell, go in front of Panchatattva and explain your problem. They will take care. That Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, they are very powerful. They take care of everyone, all the living entities. So when we have this kind of a problem, whatever is your problem, please go and tell Panchatattva. That is, today you can actually request Advaita Acharya, you will actually do the Pushpanjali, he will actually offer flowers to Advaita Acharya after making the prayers. We can recite the shloka and then, okay, so we have some more time. How much? 5 minutes, okay. So we'll continue in some more pastimes because there are so many pastimes of Advaita Acharya. But Advaita Acharya gave this, saying that if you want everyone to become devotees, just like Lord Chaitanya came because of Advaita Acharya's prayers, we can also make everyone devotees. Oh, okay. Okay. So we can recite the shlokas? No, I'll do it at the end, but just want to say what is the plan. There is no Pushpanjali. Okay. Okay.
So we will do Aarti, regular Aarti. So you want to recite the shloka, you can do it now.
You can do it now? Okay, fine. So are we ready for the Aarti now? Okay. Okay, fine. So, okay, so Aarti seems to be ready. So we will not do Pushpa Abhisheka or anything like that, but we will actually chant the mantras glorifying Advaita Acharya and take his blessings. So today, with all your sincerity, pray to Advaita Acharya and ask for whatever you want. Don't ask for something which is material, you already know it. Ask for something which has been a long-standing problem for you, whatever it is. And Advaita Acharya, if he decides, Lord Chaitanya will bless us. So we will have Aarti after that, but before that, let's chant this shloka. Okay, it's a very nice couple of shlokas glorifying Advaita Acharya. Advaitam Harina Advaita Acharyam Bhakti Samshanat Bhaktavataram Isham Tam Advaita Acharyam Ashraye. Because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of him. So, when we worship Lord Shiva, he is actually Lord Shiva only, Sadashiva. So, if you actually pray to Lord Shiva today as Advaita Acharya, that's even better. If you glorify Lord Shiva, you are glorifying Advaita Acharya. Vande tam Srimad Advaita Vande tam Srimad Advaita Acharyam Adbhuta Chestitam Yasya Prasadat Agnopi Tatsvarupam Nirupaye. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Advaita Acharya, whose activities are all wonderful. By his mercy, even a foolish person can describe his characteristics. It's amazing. So these are the two shlokas we want to actually recite on behalf of this occasion, which is called the Advaita Saptami. Its appearance day, it's a very auspicious and sacred day. Use this opportunity to pray to Advaita Acharya and ask for whatever blessings you want. I will stop here. We can continue on a different day. There are so many pastimes of Advaita Acharya, like how Advaita Acharya actually had 6-7 sons. Each one of them, what did they do? How did Advaita Acharya handle all these different personalities? And what was his relationship with Nityananda Prabhu? They used to actually be very different, because Advaita Acharya would play with Nityananda Prabhu. Right? So we will discuss all these things some other time. Take it.
Any question?
Yes, Prabhu.
You say Chaitanya Charitamrita is topmost, but we don't discuss Chaitanya Charitamrita more.
Right, so the question is, we normally, I said like Chaitanya Charitamrita is actually very important, but we don't discuss Chaitanya Charitamrita so often. We discuss Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and we should actually start doing it. In fact, if you say you are a Gaudiya Vaishnava, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says one should be thorough in Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you are doing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, you are still a beginner. Bhagavad Gita is for only preaching. The actual Gaudiya Vaishnavas don't even look at Bhagavad Gita. They say it's not for us. They go into Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. Bhagavatam once in a while they'll quote, but they will immerse themselves in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. It is mentioned in the Chaitanya Mangalam that if somebody hears this Chaitanya Bhagavat, not Mangalam, Chaitanya Bhagavat 108 times if they hear the entire Lord Chaitanya will 100% come and clean their heart and they will get completely immersed in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu consciousness. So there are so many things mentioned like this in the Shastras. Faith. So we still are in the... See, how do I know I am ready for Chaitanya Charitamrita? It is mentioned, if you still don't accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, keep reading Bhagavad Gita again and again. If you have accepted that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna, He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, move to Bhagavatam. And in Bhagavatam, understanding that I have come to the stage of chanting the holy name of the Lord, that is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, constantly, and I have no doubt that Krishna's names are the ultimate. I simply have to take shelter of the holy name of the Lord and nothing else is required for me to do. You are ready to go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. And in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, perfection is service to the Vaishnavas. Pure Vaishnavas. When you actually are in that stage, then slowly all the different spiritual reality gets manifested. So we have a long way to go, but one has to be convinced that the holy name of the Lord that Mahaprabhu has given is the goal, sum and substance. Just chant Hare Krishna mantra seriously and sincerely. That will actually take us to the goal. Okay? Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Yes.
So by giving
Bhagavatam.
we can get
Yes.
specialty about compared to
Okay, so Chaitanya Charitamrita, I actually mentioned that Krishnadas Goswami is actually talking about that Chaitanya Charitamrita is so wonderful that hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita will actually purify all our lust and everything, all the anarthas go. But in Bhagavatam, in the beginning itself, it will say Shrunvatam Swakata Krishna, right? So it will actually remove all the anarthas. So how is it different? There is actually a small difference. The small difference is that Lord Chaitanya's pastimes are extraordinarily sweet, whereas there is no philosophy itself in that. Whereas in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are some portions of philosophy also. Both of them will act. Definitely it will have an effect. But those who don't have this faith in the holy name of the Lord, they reading Chaitanya Charitamrita think that it's very sentimental. Why did Lord Chaitanya do like this? Why should he actually expand his body like this and cry? They are not yet there for reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? So it's a unpeeled mango fruit with only the pulp, sweet mango, no seed, no skin. Srimad Bhagavatam, you still have to have qualification in the sense like it is sweet, definitely sweet, but you should also be following certain rules and regulations. So there are various, the Acharyas actually give various levels of explanations on Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavatam. That is why we see all these Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they do actually read Srimad Bhagavatam, but they will always immerse themselves with Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. The more they get attracted to Lord Chaitanya, it's better. For us, Krishna pleasing is very difficult, Lord Chaitanya is easy. Go and pray in front of Nitya Chaitanya and pray to them. Today Advaita Acharya, pray to them, please help us, help me, because so much of anartha is there, lust is not going, anger is not going, nothing is going. I have been doing everything, I am going for yatra, I am attending Mangalarati, I am chanting 16 rounds, I am reading Bhagavatam, nothing is happening. That prayer is for them. They will actually take care. Okay? We can talk offline, you have to go over that. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare